the thing you just said that he did stunts. There you go. He trained as a stuntman.
Yeah.
He's a marksman, man. One shot, one kill. Pretty much every bad guy he encountered. Pow, pow, pow.
Pow,
slide,
pow,
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 jump, pow. Dead, 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 dead.
This has a high kill count. This movie has a high kill
Totally.
count. He's charismatic. He's a good-looking fellow. He kicks ass. He just happens to be 2'9".
All right, Jamie, tell me how you found For Your Height Only before we even talk about what this film is.
So Tubi is great. Tubi, I watch a lot of weird stuff on Tubi, and Tubi's like, oh, you like weird, obscure, old things? Here's something called For Your Height Only, which is kind of a play on the word, like for your, what was that James Bond film that
Eyes
came out
Only.
Yeah, For Your Eyes Only. I don't know what the "your" is all about, but that's how I found this. And it's got a picture of this little guy, and he's like, and I'm like, I gotta watch this. We have to watch this. What is this? And we watched it. What do you think?
It's a Filipino spoof of James Bond.
Yeah.
So, according to IMDb, the storyline is Mr. Giant has kidnapped the brilliant Dr. Von Kohler and is planning to use the doctor's invention, the N-bomb, because you don't want to use the N-bomb, to hold the world hostage. The only one who can foil Mr. Giant's evil scheme is Agent 00, a 3-foot-tall Filipino martial arts master, expert marksman, top-class romancer, and all-around super spy. Can Agent 00 rescue Dr. Kohler before it's too late?
Yeah, that's kind of it.
That's it.
And he's not 3 foot, by the way. So this stars Weng Weng.
2'9".
Yep, he's 2'9" actually. So he has a primordial dwarfism. His real name is Ernesto de la Cruz. And he holds the record as the shortest actor to ever headline an action or martial arts film. And when you were watching this, did you notice this little guy is agile? Like, he's fast. He's moving. He knows his stuff.
I noticed that too, some of the jumps and stuff that he was doing and the slides, because there's a lot of shots of him where he like slides across the floor, shoots, keeps sliding, shoots, and then, eventually, gets to the other side of like 3 floors away and stops sliding in some miracle super slide.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fight sequence wise and stuff, he's bouncing around and jumping around, and it's kind of like Yoda when they when they did the Star Wars movie where they animated him bouncing around all over the place. That's this guy, but this guy's real.
Yeah, he's real. There was no CGI. So this came out in 1981. Yeah, and there was no CGI. So he's like real. They didn't need any CGI Yoda. This guy's doing it himself, because I guess he trained as a like karate black belt. So all of most of those stunts and karate and fight scenes, he was doing it. Weng Weng was doing that.
Yeah, he trained in martial arts and in the thing you just said that he did, the stunts. There you go. He trained as a stuntman.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got primordial dwarfism, which is different from like the dwarfism you might be used to, because it's even more rare. But yeah, he trained, and there was a scene when he had his shirt off, because he's always like romancing. There's all these beautiful Filipino women, and I can't tell the difference between them because he's always with some woman. I guess there's some main woman he's trying to like, who's undercover. That's why he's always ahead of the game, but then he's got to go rescue her and stuff. That's the main one, but there are a lot of other young women that he kicks ass with. But he was in the hotel with one of them, and he had his shirt off, and I was like, damn, Weng kind of is in shape for like 2'9" little fella. Like, he looks like actually if he punched you in the balls with those little arms, like they would hurt. That would hurt, dude. He was actually in shape, dude.
There was a lot of ball punching going on too. I was like, if you're watching this or listening and you want to watch this film, every time there's a punch in the balls, take a drink. That's your drinking game. That's all you need right there. Every time somebody gets punched in the balls, take a drink. You're good. You'll be good for the whole film.
Yeah. You'd be drunk. Yeah, but it's a whole spoof. It's like it's like Austin Powers before Austin Powers. And I loved all his gadgets, and it is kind of a spoof because they spent maybe 15 minutes with the guy introducing all the gadgets that Agent 00 has, including like a tiny jetpack and a dart shooting umbrella and a blade tip boomerang hat. No, he has probably more James Bond gadgets than James Bond ever had.
In any individual James Bond movie, for sure, man. Yeah, and it was funny, that scene, because you kind of almost felt like, so this is all dubbed in English, by the way. And so you can tell with like the dubbing, they tried to make the English words match the lip movements. So who knows how accurate it is to the original dialogue. But that scene where his boss, who, by the way, plays an agent in an actual James Bond movie. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And so anyway, so he's like explain, and there's these long pauses where he's kind of like, you can kind of see, feel like he's maybe making it up a little bit, or they didn't bother to tell them the lines of what the thing does. So he's kind of like, and this belt buckle does a lot of stuff, and it's got gadgets, and like there's these pauses, like, or maybe somebody's feeding him the lines off screen or something. I don't know. This hat, you can throw it. And it has a remote control that goes to your ring.
Yeah. It's specially built. It's really a humdinger. They got a silencer and a full clip. It's well known that you're a gun expert.
Well, and speaking of the dubbing too, did you notice the different accents? It's like, wow, Filipino people have different accents, I guess, because like the one of the bosses, he had this New York thing. Yeah, I'm the boss.
Yeah, I'm a boss.
And then another guy was kind of like a black dude, like, yo, this guy keeps kicking our ass. What's up, bro? and then one of the chicks he's with, because he's just the ladies' man. All the women can't handle Weng Weng. He's just too much stud for them, right? One of them was kind of an English aristocrat. Oh, I would love to have sex with you. I think we bloody should have sex, yes?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the line was, because there's that scene too, and he's like, so we gonna do it? Or something like that.
He said, so you want to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, so yes, let's do it.
Oh,
let's
take off your clothes.
Shall we get it on?
Yes, darling, bear your bard.
I love the accent that they use for him too, because it's just like this. It's so it stands out in some way. I don't know. Yeah, it's just funny, and he doesn't speak very much. By the way, he hardly ever talks.
Mm-mm.
But when he talks, people listen.
Yep.
Because he's 00. And he introduces himself at one point. He's like, "I'm Super Secret Agent 00."
Not so secret anymore.
Where's the secret?
I mean, this had disco fight scenes. So he's with, I think, with some girl. Is it the main girl, or some girl? There's a lot of girls in this.
So, yeah, because I tried to get it. So first we start with Dr. Whatever, who gets kidnapped and then doesn't show up till the end of the movie.
Yeah, and I forgot about him.
I forgot about him, too.
Oh, yeah, they got that guy.
Yeah, because they kidnap him, and then he and some girl, I think, go to rescue him or something, and she kicks ass. And then I think that girl disappears. And then there's something to do with gold. So like they get into the gold mining business or something. And then I don't know if it's the same girl or a different girl. And I think, is that the one that gets kidnapped?
I don't know, because
I don't either,
I start to get blurred. The girls start to blur with me, like what their roles are. It's all these beautiful like Filipino girls, and they're all doing things, and they often kick ass.
They're all
with
badass.
Them.
Totally.
Yeah.
They all kick ass.
But they're all got a different thing going on, and there's just maybe a dozen of them that show up. I guess there's one main one that was like undercover and stuff.
Yeah, the undercover one. And
then there's even a black lady, like who picks him up in the car. And she's like, I just picked you up because damn, you fine.
Mm-hmm. There you go. And she kisses him and drops him off. And you're like, okay. I like the girl in the room, like after he fights the guy and he goes through the room and he goes to jump off the balcony. He runs back to grab the umbrella that he's going to use to float
And he's
down.
like,
And she's looking at him and he just walks up and he's like,
yeah.
and she's like,
And she has no idea who he is, but
No.
she's just so enamored with him that he just comes up and like gives her a big kiss, and she's like, yes, this little 2'9" dude is my jam. I'm so glad he just came into my room, like just all of a sudden in this hotel.
Well, he's a fine dressed dude too, man.
Yeah, he is.
Did you notice all the costume changes he had?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
there was like a scene where he gets captured, like, because at some point you got to get captured and then put in a situation that you can easily escape from because it's a James Bond spoof.
Mm-hmm.
And so he gets put in this box that he gets out of, and he gets out, and his white suit is kind of a bit dusty. So then he goes to the next scene where he's like in a different place, sneaking into something, but he's changed in the meantime.
Yeah.
So he's got all these costume changes.
He's got to look good while he's
gotta look
kicking
good,
ass.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, and most of it was that white Saturday Night Fever looking outfit.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of disco scenes. So this was 1981, and there was still disco.
Oh yeah, they danced.
And probably my favorite scene is when he and one of the chicks, maybe it was the main chick, maybe not, they were fighting in the disco, and they were fighting these assholes.
Oh, it was like a team, and they were like, she would like flip him up and he'd kick somebody and like throw him like a football, and he like, that's a person.
I was like, this is amazing. This is like one of my versions of heaven is being in this disco, watching these two like team up and kick ass because they're all drunk. You're supposed to be with me. You're a call girl, whatever. And the guy's like, and Agent 00's like, no, you need to go away. He's like, what are you going to do about it? Then they just start kicking ass in the disco. Yes.
Yeah. So, oh man, some of the dialogue's so funny in there too. So a bit about the history of this film too is this Elia Marcos decided to start a film festival in the Philippines. And this was one of the films that was in that film festival. So this is, I think, one of 3 00 spoof movies they made. This one got sold for international distribution at that film festival and like super like made more money than any other Filipino film. Like, so this was like huge back in 1981.
Yeah.
And he became like an international celebrity, like going around and like doing all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah. And even in the Caribbean, in the West Indies, I guess they called it then, or maybe they still do. It opened at #1 in the box office on the same day Raiders of the Lost Ark premiered. And it stayed at #1 for 2 weeks. This movie beat Raiders of the Lost Ark in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It beat Raiders of the Lost Ark for 2 weeks.
It's brilliant. Yeah, it's so good. Like at one point, one of the girls is talking to him, and she's like, "You're so small, like a little sack of potatoes."
Yeah, like a little potato.
A little potato. Yeah, it's so cute, like a potato. And like,
well, and he is kind of cute too, Weng Weng. He's a cute guy.
Oh,
he's
totally,
actually a good-looking. Like he's tiny, but he's a good-looking fella.
And he's got the moves, and he's got the style, and
I can see it, dude. I mean, he might be 2'9".
Mm-hmm.
But he's a good-looking little fella, and he's agile. Like he knows how to kick ass. I mean,
shoot. He's a marksman, man. One shot, one kill. Pretty much every bad guy he encountered. Pow, pow, pow.
Pow,
slide,
pow,
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 jump, pow. Dead.
This has a high kill count. This movie has a high kill count.
There's a lot.
I'm gonna do a little on the 80sand90s.com. I'm actually gonna do an article. And I'm going to do a kill count because I don't know if anybody's done a kill count for your height only, but I'm going to do one because it must be pretty. It's high, dude. He's killing everybody.
Almost every Filipino villain that ever existed was killed in this one. And there's different bosses too. Like he kills a boss and you're like, oh, I thought, and then you go to another boss and you're like, oh, I thought that was the last boss.
Well, the end boss,
until you get to the final end boss, Mr. Giant. Yeah.
And he is relatively giant. We're not going to tell you why.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Mr. Giant is the name. It's true too. And And that's a funny fight sequence because you got the final boss fight,
Yeah.
and it's like and it's like over like 2 minutes later, and you're like, oh, well, that was kind of easy, but
Yeah,
it's still a good fight sequence. It's so funny
it is.
because Double O actually gets punched and kicked a few times because
Yeah.
he's fighting the final boss.
So I didn't know about Weng Weng, and now I do, and I'm glad I do. So here's a few things about him. So he became the most internationally recognized Filipino actor at that time because of this movie. He's been in a few others too. And I guess he was close to like the first lady of the Philippines, and she was kind of like, "Hey, look what we can do. Like we can make movies too with this dude." And uh but he actually lived modestly. I guess he didn't make a lot of money. He was still kind of
Which
poor.
it doesn't surprise me. Like a lot of the times, like the actors
Like
in
exploitation.
yeah,
There you go. That's why they
that's
call them
literally what it is.
exploitation film, right?
Yeah, the producers probably made money, and then once they stopped making money off of them, gone.
Yeah, but there was he came back. He died in 1992 because of heart complications. Because his condition, like often they're
Don't have a
people
long
with
life.
this condition don't have a long life, even though they're
35 years.
healthy. But they don't live as long. But there was a 2013 documentary called "In Search of Weng Weng," and it's like goes over his whole life. I want to watch this movie because
Me
I'm
too. I want to
fascinated
find
by
it.
this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Quentin Tarantino actually really is a big fan of Weng Weng. So Quentin Tarantino thinks he's a cult cinema icon. So I think there's a lot of I didn't know about him, and now I think I want to know more about him. So I'm gonna watch the documentary because he's pretty charismatic. You mentioned it was the Manila Film Festival where this whole movie just kind of blew up, but he was there and he was performing stunts and mingling with people at this film festival, and people just kind of really like this guy.
Yeah,
So
like A-list American celebrities too at this
yeah,
festival. Yeah,
so he was really kind of a charmer. So I'm kind of a fan now, man. I didn't know about Weng Weng before, but now that I do, I'm a fan.
I know. I want to watch the other movies in this. I basically want to watch all of his movies.
Yeah.
Really, but at least these double O spoofs that he did. I absolutely want to watch some of more where he's the lead actor in them. It's fantastic. He's so good.
Yeah, he's good. I think he's charismatic. He's a good-looking fellow. He kicks ass. But he just happens to be 2'9".
Yeah,
Which makes it even more the better, man.
Yeah, and well, in this case, because it helps his career in a lot of ways. Maybe I want to talk about the music too. Did you? I mean, I kind of feel like maybe they were borderline copyright violation on some of this music. I mean, it was 007 music.
Yeah. A lot of it was. Not all of it, but a lot of it was. No, that's pretty much the exact James Bond tune.
Yeah, or like it start out almost exact and then maybe vary a little bit. And you're like, can they get away with this?
Yeah.
Or is it were they just close enough to where the James Bond people were like, is it worth suing them? Probably not. So we'll let them have it kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's
know.
probably this cheap B production overseas movie in the Philippines. They're probably like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's like Vanilla Ice going like, no, we didn't take from Queen. Na 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 na. No, ours is na 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 na.
Totally different. Totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah.
No, the music, but the music was good.
It was
really
good.
Yeah.
I liked. I was really getting into the music for a lot of it because I'm like, dude, this music is so freaking James Bondy good music.
Yeah,
to
and
go
it's that
with this
early
film.
'80s, something you might see in an action TV show in the early '80s, something you might hear in an early '80s action TV show.
So right, yeah. And
so
then,
what? Go ahead.
I don't know. I just the final when they're on the island fight shootout stuff. And just the bad guys, they're all wearing the exact same costume. Because like if you were to slow it down, it'd probably be the same person like 4 or 5 times coming up. Because it's like they come out here and they're like, ba-da-da-da. And then they come over here, ba-ba-ba-ba. And then they come over here and you're like, ba-ba-ba-ba. And it's like,
Yeah, they're just killing all of them. But none of the good guys are taking any losses.
No, they're fine. They're so good. They're such great shots.
They're just so good. Yeah, there's a lot of bad guy kills.
Yeah, you definitely need to
And
count
very
them.
few good guy kills.
I would be curious what that kill count is.
I think I'm going to do it. I think I actually want to analyze the kill count in this movie if someone hasn't already.
Yeah, I think he's got a higher kill count than Arnold or Stallone.
Yeah.
You know,
I might compare them too. Like, what's the highest kill count for Arnold and Stallone, and then Weng Weng?
Weng Weng, yeah.
Like how I think Weng Weng's got him beat because he killed like half the population of Luzon Island, bro. Like just fucking gone. Everybody's dead.
He did. Yep. Those forces of evil did not defeat the forces of good, like they said they were going to.
And that's the thing. It's not just, hey, we're criminals and we just want to make money, but the cops are kind of after us. No. They're the forces of evil. They like evil. They want to perpetuate evil.
Yeah.
But the forces of good keep getting in our way, especially Weng Weng and Agent 00. He keeps the forces of good keep getting in the way of forces of evil. So I like that whole black and white distinction.
Yeah. Just in case there's any confusion, audience, these are the bad guys because they're evil. Good guys because they're good. And he wears his white suit.
Yep.
That's how you know.
Yeah, so I guess this became the highest exported Filipino film ever.
And
it might even still be that way. We never heard of it, but it came out in the the VHS market became big. Yeah. VHS market allowed like weird stuff to proliferate, and this was one of them. And I can't believe I never heard of it.
I'd never heard of it either. The original language version doesn't exist anymore, according to what I found. Yeah, so reading up on it, we only have access to the English dub. They don't have their original language version.
And that's one of those lost to history kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Unless somebody's got it in a closet somewhere, and maybe it'll turn up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what do you think?
It's a thumbs up for me. At first, when I first started watching, and I'm like, oh no, this is too cheesy. This is too bad.
It's one that gets better as you watch it, though.
As you watch it,
at first, it kind of sucks, and then you're like, oh wait, I'm really kind of liking this.
Yeah, and then you're rooting for him, and you're like, yeah, this guy kicks ass. Like, because some of the fight, there's one fight sequence where like he's ducked into a corner, and a guy runs past him, he trips the guy, and the guy falls over, and is like out for quite a bit while he beats up the next guy. And then when he's done beating up the next guy, the guy that had previously just been tripped is finally up and able to fight again and gets his butt kicked.
Yeah, that's right. And when you start this movie, it starts slow and it starts not great.
Yeah.
But then over time, it really does start to pick up. You start to get some like Weng Weng, like stunt action, kick-ass sequences. My favorite was the disco fight. God, that was so
disco
good.
Disco fight was so good.
The disco fight with the girl, and she's like throwing them around and swinging them around, and they're teaming up. Like, that was. When that happened, I'm like, no, I've just switched my vote. This is amazing.
Yeah. And this is after the dance moves, man. They're both moving on the table. The dude's got some moves.
He does.
And you're like, oh yeah, he's getting laid tonight. Look at those moves, and then they like do the fight.
I wonder if Weng Weng got a lot of like action, maybe
with his celebrity. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Yeah,
I bet he did. Yeah, I bet he did. I think he was out in Manila pimping out. Like, what's up?
Yeah, honey, you know who I'm in? She's like, yeah, I do. I know who you are, honey. Let's go back to my place. Yeah.
So 2 thumbs up, right?
2 thumbs up here, man. Yeah, like if you watch this, which you should because it's on Tubi, give it a few minutes because you'll start watching it and you'll probably be like, oh, these guys don't know what the hell they're talking about. But then you'll get into it and you'll love it.
Yeah.
You won't want it to end.
You won't like it the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But once all that stuff at the beginning, I probably could have cut that out, but because it's with some girl I don't even think is the main girl, I don't even know what it was all about.
I think that first that's it. I think she's gone after that. And I don't think we see her again.
That's the biggest thing about this movie is he's having adventures with girls, and you don't know which one is doing what or whatever, but it doesn't matter once he starts like kicking bad guys in the nuts and like shooting everybody up. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty enough. That's fine.
And the pacing is quite slow in the beginning of it too.
Yeah, it's a little slow, but it
And
picks up.
some
It
of the edits
totally
and
picks
stuff.
up.
Exactly. So you just got to get past that pacing. You got to get used to the weird cut edits. And there's like one thing, and then he's like over here, and you're like, what? How did he get from these two locations?
Like transporter beams.
Totally. So you get past that, and it's so fun to watch. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, totally it is. Get past the first 10, 15 minutes, and you're going to love this. It's just too good not to see. I'm glad I found it. I don't like, sometimes I find the weirdest things, and we didn't know about this, and I'm so glad that we do now, and I'm so glad that we watched it. It was totally worth it.
And it's good that I like it because Heike was here, and of course I'm like, hey, you want to watch this movie? And she's like, I'll only watch it, but you have to watch one of my movies.
Ooh, what did you trade?
And I'm like, make Jamie watch one of your movies. Why do I have to watch it? Like, he's the one who picked this thing. So I have to watch one of those, like, turn of the century period films like Emma or Pride and Prejudice or Persuasion or whatever the frick it's called. Yeah. So now I have to watch one of those, Jamie. And I watched a trailer of the one that she showed me. It looks so boring. Like, there wasn't a trailer.
It doesn't have 2'9" like secret agents kicking ass.
It like the whole trailer was a family sitting around a table having a conversation with like old British accents, and I'm like,
well, hey, you did it for Weng Weng. We're huge fans, and Milo's got to suffer through some 19th century like piece
costume drama,
for that, but at least we enjoyed it.
Yeah. So at least this made it worth it, but I'm gonna suffer for it.
Hey, I'll watch it too. I'll join you guys, man. I'll suffer through for my buddy.
All right. It's on. It's recorded. So I'm holding you to this now. So next time we'll have to be like, so how was?
Hey, you want me to edit this episode? I know you're working hard, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Suddenly, I remember work on that edit there. Right. All right.